What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back at it again. Today we have a very interesting discussion, guys, but before we jump into this, make sure you guys turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel if you guys already haven't, and smash that like button for me, guys. I appreciate all of your continued support, and it's just helping me out so much, and it's just really pushing me forward to do some more videos. So anyway, guys, today's discussion is going to be about Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Evolution, which is Vegeta's finalized Super Saiyan Blue form in Dragon Ball Super, and we're gonna put that against Kaioken times 20 Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Now, guys, a lot of people have been debating about this these past couple of days since Dragon Ball Super is over. What we know and is confirmed here is that Goku cannot go back into Mastered Ultra Instinct, which is kind of ironic because we thought that when it was mastered, which they technically never really said, they always said perfected, but regardless of the fact, Mastered Ultra Instinct, as we were all referring it to, was supposedly supposed to be like a form that he should be able to tap into at will and maximize at will, or be perfected and tapped into at any time he wanted to, but that's not the case. The only reason he was able to go into Ultra Instinct and the perfected form of it in the Mastered Ultra Instinct state is because Jiren was the one that pushed him all the way there. So Goku literally has to have his back cornered, and then that's when Plot Armor Instinct will take over. So it's ironic because in that regard as well, that's when Plot Armor Instinct works. It's just, hey, if you're about to defeat Goku, this will kick in, and maybe, hopefully, it lasts long enough before it takes its toll and really fails him right before the climactic finish of a battle. Cough, cough, what happened with him and Jiren. So, with those things being said, Goku's probably been nerfed, technically, in this regard, unless his life is going to be pushed to the extent where he's just backed up and has nothing else to choose, or nothing else to, like, utilize. So now, this brings the question, which I have a feeling we might just see, depending on how this movie goes. Either we see it in the movie, or we're not going to see it for a long time. Like, I'm talking like till the next series comes out, and like we're really well on the way with whatever Dragon Ball Ultra, quote-unquote, here it has in store for us. Because if they don't feature in the next movie, that means that this is going to be a very temporary thing, and the way I see them utilizing this form is like similar to what they did with Vegeta, how far apart they would have to do that, because it's such a broken form and it's amazingly strong. However, them overusing it would really destroy any of the fights that we have left in the series. We know that the series is going to continue, Dragon Ball as a franchise is going to continue, but for right now, Goku has been nerfed. He cannot tap back into this. Now, here's where the debate lies. Is Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Evolution Vegeta stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 Goku? Now, with these things in mind, Goku wasn't able to do as much damage to Jiren as Vegeta was actually able to do. On top of that, maxed out Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Evolution, as we're going to call it, was able to do some damage to not only Jiren, but he was able to take on Toppo. So, I mean, in retrospect of things, you would kind of look at this as if they're almost even, like this kind of matches Goku's Kaioken, but I think if you really look at the closeness of how powerful they are, I would still say it leans towards Vegeta's favor. That Vegeta's actually the stronger one here at this point in time when Dragon Ball Super ends right here in the show. Now, you could take that with a pinch of salt, because you could also say, hey, Goku just tapped into this unbelievable power. Him having that, he automatically wins. And on top of that, what if some of that power rubbed off onto him just like it did back when he first utilized Super Saiyan God? And the way I gotta look at this is that I think they wanted it to end off with Vegeta and Goku being very similar in terms of power. The way they ended the show off, if you guys didn't realize this already, is that Goku and Vegeta are supposed to fight. However, we already saw this in the manga way back when they were training for the original tournament against Champa, the Champa tournament, and they did this in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Now, this is exactly how I wanted Dragon Ball Super to end. However, I wanted to see the actual fight. Like, I literally want to see these two clash in their Super Saiyan Blue state, or whatever they achieved. And honestly, I think Dragon Ball Super should have ended with both of them achieving Mastered Ultra Instinct and having one final battle where they literally did what they said they were going to do in Z and take up the entire planet. Not to say that this isn't coming later on. This may happen in the next series or something like that, but nothing has ever, for me at least, in my humble opinion, nothing surpassed the emotions that I got from watching Majin Vegeta versus Goku. That's still one of the greatest fights of all time in anime history for me, and it's just something about not only the choreography about the fight, just the meaning behind it and the voice acting and the music. It was just so perfectly done, at least in my head, that that one still stands at the top for me. And yes, the Jiren fight and everything was great. It's just that much more of an emotional impact when you see Goku and Vegeta standing up. That's what made the ending of Dragon Ball Super so special. Now, with these things said here, I still say Vegeta has the edge. I would give it to him, at the very least, to give him some credit, because this guy was one of the MVPs of the tournament. I think top 4 would have to be Goku, Frieza, Vegeta, and 17, with 17 coming in first, and Frieza, Goku, and Vegeta having to fight for second because it's very close. Vegeta really fighting for second more than anything because Frieza really did put in a lot of work, and so did Goku. So you guys are going to have to debate that in the comment section below. But tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think that Kaioken times 20 Super Saiyan Blue Goku is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Super Saiyan Evolution Vegeta? Honestly, I still think that name's stupid, and I still really do believe Vegeta should have gotten a different cosmetic look with this transformation. I feel like they gave him a transformation, but they also copped out at the same time with him getting some real power-ups, because I mean Frieza just got like the spotlight at the end here, so did 17, and then Vegeta, yes, he defeated God of Destruction. It's just still, I mean, some people like the form. I don't necessarily like it. I think they should have done some more cosmetic changes to him, and what I'm hoping to see in the next movie that's coming up here is Vegeta getting a buff of some sorts, maybe unlocking another Super Saiyan level, or thus just him getting launched to the Ultra Instinct, because it's gonna have a movie about the Saiyans, about the origins of the Saiyans, the most Saiyans ever, a legendary Saiyan coming out of nowhere, or an ancient Saiyan, maybe it might be Yamoshi, just a clash of Saiyans, and Saiyan pride everywhere, and all of the speeches that Vegeta's given us in the past. I think it's time for Vegeta to get a power buff. I mean, they did do a lot of work with the other characters in the show, especially 17 and Frieza, but Vegeta deserves it just as much as anyone. I believe that he deserves to be on Goku's level, if not equal, because of the amount of work that he puts in. We've even seen that in depth in Super, when he was training before Goku was with Whis, and you saw the limits this guy would bring to the table, like pushing himself to limits, and then him at the very end of Dragon Ball Super saying he has no limits. The thing that really caught a lot of people off guard, and something that really bothered me as well, is that Goku, I mean, after seeing what he was able to do, and then them going back to just Super Saiyan Blue and not using Kaioken and Evolution at the end there, that's what bothered me, because it almost seemed like as though, in a way, even though we know that, I mean, Goku's saying out loud, I can't tap into Mastered Ultra Instinct, and it's this actually, that last fight at the very end there where they're like putting on their stances, it's a few months down the line, because Majin Buu's awake and Buddha, aka Bulla, is born. It's a few months down the line, and it just seemed as though I would have expected them to use their new forms, or their like closest to Mastered Ultra Instinct levels, or their maximum power in that power-up, and then seeing Goku's grin, it reminded me of back in the day with Dragon Ball Z when he was toying with Vegeta. Remember when he was able to tap into Super Saiyan 3, but he didn't? I mean, yes, it was going to use up all of the time, but it's just that Goku poker face of him saying, hey, I can't tap into it, but let's just fight. It almost made me seem as though like Goku was pulling his leg yet again with this one, but I mean, if you really wanted to make it make sense, then he really can't tap into it, because like I said before, literally what they did at the end of Dragon Ball Super was push the undo button on everything. Yes, a lot of them got power-ups, and a lot of their got their characters developed and their characters introduced from this tournament alone, which bridged so many things into the future series. A lot of plot holes in the series, like there's not a lot of things that were like tied up at the end there, and then there's just so many things that they can delve forward into with all these universes existing again, and with the Mastered Ultra Instinct being toned down, because they're gonna have to, they had no choice but to nerf it, but it still future-proofs the series because of them hitting that undo button, and having characters like Kefla formed with all of this power out there, it creates more valuable competitors in the series and brings a lot more depth into the universe. Now, do you guys agree? Is it worth it for them to nerf Mastered Ultra Instinct just like that? I mean, I think that's why they mainly said that they had to have Beerus say that line, but Goku had won. He had beat Jiren. That is like 100% confirmed, but at the same time, we can't see him just flat out defeat Jiren just like that, because yes, it was its debut, but it's just that powerful. So I still say at this point in time, Vegeta in his Evolution Super Saiyan Blue form is stronger than Goku Kaioken times 20. just because the sheer things that he was able to accomplish, especially with the damage he was able to do against Jiren. However, do you guys think that Mastered Ultra Instinct will be returning? I don't think it would work like in a fight against Vegeta. I don't think that would be enough to push Goku to his absolute limit or it's desperate like that, because the scenario that they were in the Tournament Power was everyone's lives were at risk, and that was one of the main themes throughout the entire Tournament Power, especially towards the end. What they were trying to teach Jiren was the power of trust and having faith in one another, and that's not necessarily at risk here if he was to fight Vegeta at 100%, because it's just Goku's life, barely, because he knows he's not going to kill him because they're friends and all that, and they're eternal rivals. But I mean, it's not like everyone's lives are riding on this one battle. I think it would have to be someone else to push Goku into that form, thus Vegeta still being the stronger one here. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe for more, turn on notifications. Thank you guys yet again. I appreciate it so much. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care. Peace.